I really just wanted to tell this story, like with all of the things that I really cared about, that I wanted to see on the big screen. I'm a huge foodie, and I love dumplings, and I would love to see a dumpling come to life. I also wanted to, put a little bit of myself into this short. I wanted to explore this relationship between this overprotective parent and this child, using this dumpling as like a metaphor for this relationship. I also just wanted to celebrate, Chinese culture and these foods and these people and this community that I grew up with. And this was the perfect opportunity to do that. Food is super, super important in like Chinese culture, but yeah, especially in my family. Food is how your parents show that they love you. They don't really say like, I love you, like with words. They say it through their actions. They say it through fussing over you, but also cooking for you, making sure you're always well fed. So what better way to tell this story of a Chinese family than with food as the center focus? Food is very organic, it has very irregular shapes and textures, and computer effects are really good at rendering, hard symmetrical objects. But those dough shots in the short were the hardest and most expensive shots to do in the whole short. Those shots took 2 effects artists 2 months to do, and we really wanted to get them right. So I took a lot of back and forth between our super talented art department and super talented effects department to get that food to look good, to get the raw pork to look appetizing, and they did an amazing job. I don't think any other Pixar film really takes place in a specific location, but I thought, why not? This is a perfect opportunity to pay homage to my hometown, to Toronto, but also I felt like grounding this short in a real location was a way to make it feel more real, to give it those real little details that made you empathize with these characters, made them feel like real people. And also it was actually easier for the art department too, because they had something to reference, we would pull up images of the TTC and be like, this is the bus that we should model, these shots after, or we would, pull up shots of Queen's Park or High Park and the CN Tower, or just different parts of Toronto, like Chinatown, and then we would give them to the artist to use, and then that just helped make the world feel richer. I pitched Bao with 2 other ideas, not knowing if Pixar would ever go for an idea this weird, but also this culturally specific, but those were the reasons why they liked it. I think they've really come to embrace and really value stories from different backgrounds, with the release of Coco and also Sanjay's Super Team, a short that came out a couple years ago. I think those definitely paved the way for Bao to be made, and I think they were realizing we can't keep drawing this from the same well of stories. We have to look at different, sources if we want to keep innovating and telling unique stories that are different from any other studio.